Hey there, TRW crew, Matt Vassallo here with the Rhinestoneworld.com. So we got some awesome news. We did just release our TRW Stone Wizard version 1.01 patch update. So what this is this is some fixes. So we were gathering some information on some different errors that you guys were getting with our soft release, and we wanted to gather up those errors and put out some fixes for them. So these are the different fixes that you'll see in this patch update. Had some different issues with an invalid shape error. We added support if stones are grouped. We added logic to be able to have CorelDRAW not crash at certain ways of clearing paths, so we fixed that part. We support the clearing paths inside of groups now. And then same thing with clearing paths. Groups are supported and retained, so if you want to keep them groups. Other thing with the mock-ups is you can create your custom mock-up with no shirt with the vector shapes, where before it just had the stones. Now you can have the multi-deck samples with those as well. Add your logo so you don't have the white box around it. We now support the PNG files for your logo. That way it'll look nice and clean when going on your mock-up. For the watermark section, you can type your address or anything you want. It'll add watermarks for you. As far as aligning your shirt, now you no longer have to align it to the middle of the screen, as long as it does have to be in your workspace. But as long as it's in your workspace, doesn't matter where it is, it's going to align it on the shirt properly for you. We can export our PNGs now, so now we have an export over here in the export tab. We have an export for PNG, EPS, SVG, and CDR now. You'll see on the mockups right here we have your add your logo, and that's a PNG. Then we also have your add watermark, and you can type it in right there. When you're working with fonts, say you come to a font that only has one, and let me just try and find one here. Let's say 200. So if I clicked on this font and it were the only one, the way it was before, you would have to click off to something else and then click back on it, or click off of something else and then back on it. Now if you just double click on the font, it'll change it to whatever font you want to use, even if there's only a single one there. Or if you want to use the font again, you just double click on it. And then the other big thing is for CorelDRAW X4. So everything is now compatible with CorelDRAW X4 as well, so that's another huge thing. So to get the update, all you need to do is log into the Rhinestoneworld.com website, log into your account, go to your past orders or your order history, and wherever you purchased the TRW Stone Wizard. When you go in there now, you'll see your full version for the 1.01. And then you'll also see your upgraded or updated patch version. So the full version, of course, is it for any new buyers, and that can be an update from the TRW Stone editor. And if it is, then it'll just have the files that go towards the new version of the wizard. But if you already have purchased the TRW Stone Wizard version 1.0, all you need to do is install the patch update, and you'll see two different files there when you go into the website. You'll see the patch updates 1.01, and then you'll see the regular version of the 1.01. So if you already have this TRW Stone Wizard installed on your computer, all you need is the patch update. It'll take 10 seconds to do it. Just run through the same process. It'll automatically change things for you. Easy way to see that everything changed, if you go to your export tab real quick, you'll see your export PNG on there. So I am going to show you one real quick thing. I know I made a video the other day of this rocket file that some people were having a couple issues with the lines that were still in it, the pass behind it. And I made that video that showed you how to fix that. I'm going to show you what one of these new patches, new upgrades on the patch did. So if I went to my view and went to wireframe, you can see we have all those paths and lines still in there, okay, and in the stars there. Well, now the easy way to do it, we had to do some unbreaking and ungrouping and moving around. If I highlight the entire thing, watch what happens. I can go, I'm going to ungroup it all, and then I'm just going to go over to my place and fill, and if I just hit clear paths, well, let me go to the wireframe so I can show you. So now if I highlight it all and I just hit clear paths, nothing happens still, right? Well, watch what happens if I highlight it all and I hold shift and hit clear paths. There you go. it's a one-step process now to get rid of those hidden lines back behind there. So that's for a file that was already created in the TRW Stone Wizard. It was saved as an SVG, then brought in there and had some different grouping problems. Well, we fixed that by just holding the shift. Now another thing we also added, if we go to our enhanced frame here, let's just say you have, let's just do a big B. Okay, so we have a big B here and we want a stone around it. Well, we want to make this, I don't know, a blue, and we want our stones around to be emerald. Highlight the entire design. We're going to do a one island fill to the outside. We're going to add stones. We're going to do a contour of 0.09. We're going to detect corners, and we're going to do an island fill. So you can see that did that perfect. We don't have to adjust one thing. So now what we need to do is, again, if we go to view and wireframe, it's got that line around it. Well, what was happening before is if you went here and you hit clear paths, well, that's actually our fixed version there. But look what happens now. View, wireframe, all of the vector shape stays. But let's say you didn't want to keep that vector shape there. So what I can do is, if I went, let me go back one so the lines are still there. So we're just going to stone it again real quick. Let's go island fill. There's our stones. If I hold the shift key and hit clear pass, it's actually going to get rid of your pass and your vector shape down in there, so it's just going to leave that. So our shift is our magic key when we're clearing our pass to do some different things with it. Okay? So we did add a couple new features that are obviously free and nice. Everybody likes free features, so we added some free features on here with the clear paths, upgraded some of the features just to make them work better and easier. We added the export PNGs. We added the add your logo in the PNG format. We also added the watermark. So if I go to add your logo here, let's go to Dropbox and let's go to our designs here. And let's go to our logos and the Rhinestone World. So now I just brought in a PNG logo. So look at the difference when I have a PNG logo. I'm going to go crystal. And what I also want to do is, I can see that there's some overlaps there because it's not showing, so I didn't merge my overlaps yet. So I'm going to go ahead and go my crystal and merge overlaps. That fixed that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this shirt. Now watch what happens. If I put it way up in the corner here and I click on my shirt here, see how it automatically centers it for me? So it's going to fix that problem for you as well. Now what we want to do, look at our logo down here. See how much cleaner that looks in the PNG format where it doesn't have the background or the white square around it. So the other thing we can now do is, let's just say that we wanted this shirt, I don't know, to be a yellow shirt. And I can put www.therhinestoneworld.com and click on my image and add watermark. Now you're not going to see it a whole lot, but you can see when you zoom in there just enough to protect your picture. You can see where it's going to have your website going across the shirt and everything. So it's its own image there. So if I were to turn this, I don't know, a black like that and add watermark, see how the website's going across it right there? So we wanted to do it enough to where it wasn't taking away from your image or your actual logo. So we wanted to do it to where it wasn't getting crazy and taking away from your design, but it's still something that looked good and could protect your image when you're putting them on the internet. So there you go. If you hit add watermark, see how it just kind of slightly shows it back behind there, and it doesn't take away from the shirt. So another very good feature that we added for free to the TRW Stone Wizard that'll automatically add those watermarks in there for you. You'll have your logo down here, so everything is looking pretty sweet right there as far as how much you want to have your picture protected. Because anybody on the internet, if you put a mock-up there, they can go take it, or they can crop something out. Well, if it has your website kind of going through the shirt there and in the background, it's going to be a lot harder for them to steal your picture and use it because they're going to be promoting your website. So those are some of the changes on the TR. There's a lot of other changes that you see on here that you won't really notice as you're doing it or as you're using it. The good thing is it's just not going to crash in certain spots that you were getting before. So hope this video helped you out with the TRW Stone Wizard patch update and the newer version we have, which is the 1.01. All of these upgrades and changes for this one are free. There's no charge. You can just go to your account on the TRW website, download them all, and they will be yours. Just go to the export tab and you'll see the export PNG spot right there, and that will let you know that you have that newest version. Also in the mockups you'll see the add watermark feature as well. So if you do have any questions, make sure to give us a call. We have the TRW Stone Wizard available on our website at therinestoneworld.com. Also have everything else you need as far as your hotfix rhinestones, your heat presses, your heat transfer vinyls, over 4,000 different designs, and over 450 different tutorial videos like this that'll show you how to do everything. So if you do have any questions, make sure to give us a call. Number's 941-755-1696. Again, this is Matt with therinestoneworld.com, and you guys all have a great day.